What if dying wasn't end of your fight, but the start of the round 2? Mortal Shell 2 just dropped the open beta and I have spent hours inside it. Here is everything you need to know before this game eats your soul. So first thing first, you do not need to have played the first Mortal Shell to jump into this one. It's a standalone sequel. New story, same dark crumbling world, same core idea. You play as the Harbinger, a wandering spirit who possess the bodies, which is the shell, of fallen warriors and walk around in their skin. The story here is intentionally vague. Mortal Shell 2 doesn't sit you down and explain the lore to you. You are going to have to dig corners of the map, read items descriptions, talk to few NPCs you found, and slowly piece together what actually happened to this world. If you like games that respect your intelligence and don't spoon feed you, this is going to scratch at each heart. Now let's talk about the shells, because this is the thing that separates Mortal Shell from every other Souls-like out there. In most of these games you build one character from scratch. You pick a class, you level up the stats, you start with that build for 60 hours. Here you are not one character, you are a parasite hopping between bodies. Each shell you find has its own stat and unique abilities. In the gameplay review we already have seen around 8 different shells, and each one of them apparently carves a completely different path through the world. Want to be fast and aggressive? Different shell. Want to be a tank? Different shell. It's basically built diversity baked directly into the exploration. And speaking of exploration, this is a big step up from the first game. Mortal Shell 2 is going for a proper open world, and from what I have played, the scale is genuinely impressive. This isn't a few connected corridors anymore. It's a sprawling, interconnected map that actually wants you to wander off the beaten path. The atmosphere, this is where the game really shines. It's dark, like genuinely unsettling horror-tinged dark fantasy. The lighting, the sound design, the way enemies are designed to look almost wrong, it all builds this constant slow hum of death. This isn't spooky for the sake of it, it feels intentional, oppressive, alive. Now here is a mechanic that I think a lot of people are going to misunderstand first. When you die in this game, you don't actually die. Your spirit gets violently ripped out of the shell you were wearing. Suddenly you are this fragile, exposed little spirit form, and you get one more chance. Find your shell again or another body nearby and possess it before enemies finish you off for real. It completely changes how you think about combat. Every fight has this safety net, but it's a tense one. You're not invincible. You're just naked for a few seconds, scrambling to get back in the armor. It's such a clever spin on the you died, walk back to your corpse formula. The fast travel system also deserves a proper shout out. It's built around the beacons, physical points you activated out in the world, which then connect back to Marrow Keep, the game's central hub. The Marrow Keep is where you level up, switch your shells, manage your gear, and interact with NPCs you met along the way. Visually and mechanically it just feels cool. Not open a menu, click a dot on a map, it just fits the world. It fills the tune, it's a small thing but it matters. Now one thing that I want to mention, and I want to be clear, this is my purely personal preference. When you kill enemies you collect currency from them. Totally standard. Every game does it. My preference would be auto collected from regular enemies. Just save me the extra button press 100 times per playthrough. For harder enemies, sure, drop it as a reward I physically pick up. That feels earned. That's just me. The point of this game is the combat, the tough encounters, the weight of every fight, not a looting loop. If you enjoy manually collecting it, nothing changes for you. I would rather spend time in actual fight. Save the manual pickup prompts for stuff that actually matters. Unique items, gears, story pieces. Don't make me stop and loot a corpse for 3 coins 50 times per hour. It's not a deal breaker. It's just a quality of life thing that I would love to address it. But one more nitpick, which can be the deal breaker. The healing input. Right now it's mapped to the D-pad up button. Why does that matter? In a fight, you have to take your thumb completely off the left stick, your movement, just to heal. In a game built around tight, reactive combat, that half second where you can move is brutal. I get why they did it. The face buttons are probably packed already, but I really hope they revisit this before launch, because it's kinda thing that gets you killed in a boss fight through no fault of your own. Now let's talk about one thing that I really love. This game doesn't force you to always dodge or just parry. You have both mechanics. You can do both at the same time. And I love it. You have more options. You can parry or dodge. And that's your playstyle. And if you parry perfectly, you open the enemy up for the finisher move. From what I have seen, different shells have different finisher. So switching shell doesn't just change your stat, it also changes your finisher. That's the kind of detail that makes you want to try every single shell just to see what they can do. About the graphic, genuinely impressive. For a beta, this thing is shockingly polished. I went in expecting some rough edges, some jank, the usual beta stuff. And I was really struggling to find anything major broken. Performance felt solid, visual top notch, everything was good. They are doing it correctly. So, Mortal Shell 2. Bigger world, darker atmosphere, a death mechanic that actually makes sense, and combat that rewards precision in a way a few games manage. And this game is really interesting. I love to play this game in 2026. If you want more breakdown like this as we get closer to release, subscribe and let me know in the comment which shell are you most excited to try. And in the end, thanks for watching. See you next time.